What if I told you that the very backbone of the UK's booming tech industry is under silent attack? That behind every glowing startup success story lies a growing fear, a fear of immigration laws that could cripple innovation and drive talent out of the country. This isn't just about politics. This is about dreams, about people, and about the survival of the UK as a global tech hub. Stick with me, because what's happening now could affect you, your job, or your future in ways you never imagined. For decades, the UK has been a magnet for global talent. From Silicon Roundabout in London to tech hubs in Manchester, Birmingham, and Edinburgh, immigrant entrepreneurs and skilled workers have built companies, created jobs, and contributed billions to the economy. In fact, did you know that over 49% of UK tech startups have at least one foreign-born founder? These are people who left everything behind to build something new, something better. But now that dream is being challenged. In 2025, the UK introduced sweeping changes to its immigration laws. The aim? To tighten borders, reduce migration numbers, and prioritize British jobs for British workers. But the reality is far more complex. These aren't just numbers on a policy document. These are decisions that cut deep into the lives of thousands. Key changes include higher salary thresholds for skilled worker visas, making it harder for startups, which often run on tight budgets, to afford global talent. The post-study work route has been restricted, meaning international students who once saw the UK as a gateway to opportunity are now rethinking their futures. Startup and innovator visas are under tougher scrutiny, requiring unrealistic investment levels and rigid proof of success. Visa durations are shorter, renewals are harder, reviews are more frequent. The system is colder, harsher, and more unforgiving than ever before. These changes might seem like administrative adjustments, but for thousands of tech startups, they feel like a ticking time bomb. Let me take you inside the offices of a small AI startup in East London. Founded by an Indian data scientist and a Polish cybersecurity expert, the team was just about to secure its second round of funding. But then visa issues hit. The CTO, a Brazilian engineer, was suddenly unable to renew his skilled worker visa due to the new salary threshold. The delay in hiring replacements meant the company missed a product deadline. Investors pulled out. Within months, the startup had to shut its doors. The dream, dead. And not because the idea failed, but because the system failed them. And this isn't an isolated story. Hundreds of similar startups are silently bleeding, losing talent, losing hope. It's not just about one company. When a startup fails, an entire ecosystem suffers. Developers lose jobs, interns lose mentorship, suppliers lose clients, and innovation? It slows down. Entire chains of productivity are breaking. The UK risks becoming a place where brilliant ideas die, not because they lacked merit, but because they lacked visas. The very promise of the UK, a place where hard work and creativity are rewarded, is now under question. Behind every tech solution is a human story. A Nigerian software developer who moved here to support his family. A Turkish product manager who dreamed of building the next unicorn. A Chinese machine learning expert who chose the UK over Silicon Valley, only to now wonder if that was a mistake. Imagine working for years, building something from scratch, only to watch it fall apart because your paperwork didn't meet a new rule you had no say in. Imagine waking up each day with fear, not fear of competition or failure, but fear of a letter from the Home Office, fear of losing everything overnight. That's the reality for many immigrant tech workers today. And it hurts. It's not just bureaucracy, it's personal. The UK government claims these laws will protect local jobs and restore balance. But critics argue that they're short-sighted, risking long-term damage to one of the few sectors where the UK still leads globally. Even big names like Tech UK, Founders Forum, and respected members of parliament have started raising red flags. There are fears that the UK is trading its innovation edge for political optics. What's even more alarming is the quiet nature of this collapse. Startups don't make headlines when they disappear. There's no parade for the death of a dream. But in coffee shops and shared co-working spaces, in half-empty offices, you can feel the silence. The silence of ideas never built. of teams scattered across countries, of ambitions postponed indefinitely. And let's not forget the long-term impact. Innovation isn't just about apps or platforms, it's about solving real problems. Health, climate, education, finance. The more global minds we push away, the fewer solutions we'll create. Britain's tech dominance wasn't built in isolation. It was built on diversity, on risk takers, on immigrants who brought with them ideas the world hadn't seen yet. Still, there's a flicker of hope. Policy reversals are possible. Discussions are underway. Advocates are speaking out. Legal challenges are rising. The UK has always thrived by embracing the world, not shutting it out. Some startups are adapting, outsourcing abroad, or relocating to more immigration-friendly countries like Canada, Germany, or the Netherlands. But the question remains, should they have to? Why force out the very people who are keeping innovation alive? Why make success so hard for the people most willing to sacrifice for it? This is more than a policy debate. It's a human story, one of ambition, struggle, and resilience. A story of people who believed in the UK and are now asking whether the UK still believes in them. And so I ask you, if you've ever used a life-changing app, if you've ever relied on smart tech to solve a problem, if you've ever admired the pace of progress in the UK, know that immigrants were part of that. Often, they were leading it. If we want the UK to remain a tech superpower, we must protect the people who make that possible, regardless of where they were born. Talent has no borders. But opportunity, that's a choice. So if this story moved you, if you believe in fairness, in innovation, in building a future that includes everyone, please like, share, and subscribe, because your voice matters more than you think.